The vast territory has been revealed. Let's look at the Mayonna's turn first. So he's going for the Brandon Circus. And Iron. Okay, so he did leave Scientific Method on 3. I kind of thought he wanted the Rifleman, but this is also possible, was also possible. And he fixed his happiness, so yeah, still rebellion or immigration possible. I would guess it's more of an immigration. And the Hydra seeded and revealed a vast territory. I would guess it was their event. Their colony. So, what's the bid here? I would guess they are willing to bid a lot. I would guess they are even willing to bid this pair. That would be 5 alone. That alone would be 5, 6, 7, 8. With 3 rocks. So he might want to make them pay. Or we might say this is good enough. That would be 7. That would be the pair. And if they pay it, we have a good chance to get the inhabited. Yeah, I think 7 is good. And I think less is unnecessary. Why bid less? I think 7 is good. Yeah, we'll have a decent chance for this inhabited. I would guess they bid a pair. I mean, yeah, they might have a colonization card and just not bid it on, just didn't bid it on the historic, so they might still have that, but yeah, we cannot even realistically bid more. If we bid 2 warriors or even 3, and yeah, I think even 2 is, we can't even rebuild 2, so I think even 2 is too much. I think it's this. Let's go. 7. Now I'm curious what they will do in their turn. I guess we can already think about it. I mean, it kind of depends on whether they win the colony or not, whether they have to populate or not. Yeah, it will just be, if they have a colony in hand, it will be Suez. I mean, even if they don't, they might just take it for the gamble, since they already have the 3 colonies already, and with these 3 extra draws, and yeah, it could be a turn, Suez, and start the 3rd MA. Although I'm not the biggest fan of spending all the signs on the warfare. Yeah, but it's too many ifs. If they have a colony, they for certain take it. But what they actually want is the scientific method. I can imagine that if there was no scientific method, they would go for Suez anyway. But like this, I guess it depends on whether they have a colony already or not. Because this is also just too much value to just take it in hand and start upgrading it next turn. If they win the colony, they need to populate after that. And if they don't win the colony, they might. No, wait. Warfare. It is enough, right? They could go scientific method war. Oh no, it's 1 science too much. I calculated with 4 for some reason. That's the old warfare. Yeah, just develop it then. Possibly. Will be interesting to see. All right, let's see. Weidenbaum won the colony. The Hydra paid, yeah, the pair and 3 rocks, as somewhat expected. And then it is the Suez Canal, so yeah, it's either a gamble or they have the winning card in the hand already. Since they didn't develop warfare now, I would assume it's more likely that they have the colony in hand. Yeah. This should be a winning position then, I would assume. I'm curious what we can do against this. I'm curious. No government, which is really bad. What do we do here? The architecture is important. I don't think we have to take it for 3, and there's 2 copies. Probably these cards. It's not really something I want to sit here. Sadly, this new deposits is too early. If there's no coal, no government, it's super unlikely, to be honest. I want to be here. It's 6 cards that are good for us. I'm pretty confident it's like 80% that one of them shows up in this. Amount of draws. What do we do here? Populate twice. Take both of these. Only one and efficient upgrades. Then it's rather the rifleman. Maybe. It said that we have to populate twice. And it's a bit sad that we really don't have anything to seed. I think seeding would be very good right now. Might even reconsider just putting this in. Or the raiders, which are like whatever. But not really whatever if you are on 3+3 and 0 food. There's also the barbarians, but they will have... Mayando will surpass us pretty soon anyway. I guess if we don't build any culture income, then they won't be a problem. There's still the scientific method, which I think have to hope that Mayando will take it. We lack a civil action to move it out of the row for the Hydra. So I would like these 3 cards. I think then the turn isn't even that bad. Maybe settle for the reserves instead of the efficient upgrade. Although I really would prefer this efficient upgrade. Let's see. There's another copy of efficient upgrade, which we might get. It also clutters the hand. I'm not a fan. And the hand is full. And it's like play reserves. We could still develop any government that shows. Just have to start with playing reserves then. Take develop government. Build a religion or something. Upgrade rifleman even. Or irrigation even. In a hypothetical turn with reserves in hand. So play reserves, then we are on corruption. Then we need to do something. Upgrading one irrigation is not enough. But there should be. Corruption should be avoidable in a reasonable manner. This ensures scientific method goes out. We reveal more cards, which we want to do right now, I think. With 6 cards we are waiting for desperately. I actually want to calculate it. I will do that. Yeah, I mean, a copy of cannons is not unimportant. We didn't develop any tech yet, and then you can always high roll into fortifications. Defensive army is also a pretty good draw we can have. I think it's this. Although I really want a sufficient upgrade, I really like that scientific method goes out. Because I'm not certain if my owner wants to take it. He only has one philosophy, and then it's sometimes kind of awkward. He won't get another population very soon. Then it would be a hate draft against them, and hate drafting in 3-player is bad most of the time. Now we really still have to strongly reconsider maybe just putting raiders in. New deposits and hope. 2, 3. The reason I really think seeding is so good is, of course, the territory. Opportunity cost is pretty good right now, I think. Since, my owner bid 8 also on the colony. Was he just willing to bid all of his units? Or he also has drawn a lot here. Probably a pair and also 2 cards. It would also be. That would also be 7, right? Crazy. Then maybe just bid all. I think it's these 3 cards. Populate twice. It's not only the colony that's good. The rebellion is still somewhat possible, but on the other hand, so is Reds, right? Reds not impossible at least. Yeah. I guess overall it's better not to seed this turn. Architecture will be gone then. Extremely likely. Architecture will be here, so Mayanda will have to take Justice System or Kremlin for it to be gone, and it's extremely good Justice System game for him right now. So the architecture will be gone like this. But there's a second copy. It's an important card, but for later, not for right now. Take a quick look here again. So there's Maria. This might also be a game where you can build extremely high strength with Maria. Just need to get the economy going soon. So in my hope, it would be a government now and coal next turn. It's not a government now. But it can still happen that I have both next turn. So if none drops until next turn, I think we just lost. I think then it looks very bad. But this is the turn. Feels a little bad to take this resource. But I think both cards have their importance here. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this intuition was right after all. Okay, I wanted to say it's one more civil action. I wanted to say something about civil actions, but it's the same, right? So we spent one more here, and then we have to spend one more to get the rocks here. One more civil action now versus one more civil action later. Then the question is about card row, about this, about architecture should not be a huge argument. I think I'm coming back to this. Revealing one more card is good, I think. Now, worst case would be putting a common, like we are taking 5 cards like here. And then or Republic. Mayundo putting it here. Them having the autonomous, picking a building, Suez, autonomous. And taking the government. Oh boy, just conjuring up some worst case scenarios. Yeah, I think I'm going with this. One more card, one less resource. Cannon in hand, can high roll on cannon. Tactics. It was also somewhat unclear between cannon and rifleman if I was to take one of them. My gut feeling said rifleman since I have 3 warriors, so also not abundant population here. Overall, I guess cannon is the better tech, but in this case, I thought rifleman. But like this, I'll take both. Let's see. Maybe get to fortifications. Yeah. And we have taupe. And I think I want to get rid of these 2. I'm looking at Dark Ages as a possibility for to proceed extremely late when we have our government. And yeah, possibly stay on +6. So in H3 we lose some signs, but hopefully they lose more when they get a science engine going, and wait possibly even for an H3 government is a possibility. So I like to have this option in hand to see that. Yeah. Let's go. Okay, there's the Conmon. It's not here. It's not here. I'm curious. There's both, by the way, Cole and Conmon. Yeah. I'm very curious if anyone is going to hate draft. This will be interesting. All right. Bye bye. That's the turn. All right. Let's quickly calculate it on stat track. So, yeah, maybe some of you didn't know this. Everything in TTA is computable by Hyper Geometric Distribution Calculator. And in H2 there's 55 civil cards. And the successes in my calculation it was coal and government. So 6. And the sample size, how many cards were drawn in my turn? I'll quickly check that. I think it was 8. Let's say 8. It was something like 8. And we want 1 success. So what we want is cumulative probability of, yeah, one or more. It's 62%, not 80, but not that far away. 62%. And I think every single card increases that quite significantly. 67. Yeah. So yeah, 80 was a little overreached, but you get the idea. It's pretty likely. 2 turns means at least 12, and then we are at 80%. Well, it wasn't 2 entire turns. Yeah, but then the card showed up now, so it's all in good measure, I guess. Just wanted to add this. It's not that unimportant, I guess, for TTA to have a somewhat reasonable grasp of the probabilities of such things. All right.